Oh, didn't expect that. A box inside of another box. Customized box inside of a box.
Like it already.
Yeah. Will it be another box inside of a box? Upon immediate examination, it would appear so. No. I think we got something here. I think we got something really cool. Whoa. This is a product review. Thank you so much to the kind people at Base Camp for sending me your brand new F11 electric skateboard. And shout out to you, Tracy, for reaching out to me and making me feel like an actual YouTuber doing a product review on a brand new product. We have a relatively empty parking lot out here. I think it's a perfect time and place to bring this thing out on its maiden voyage. Brakes work pretty good. I just gotta get used to using this thing first. Honestly, the first thing that I was most excited about when I knew that I was getting this was its practical use. So I want to talk about that first. I work on a college campus, and so this is actually something that I'll probably use at least on a weekly basis. Like, I don't like taking my car from one parking lot to the next, because if you know anything about any university in the world, parking is like terrible. Like, they never take that into consideration, so you're always having to search for a parking lot to find your car, and I just don't want to get in my car and drive. And so a lot of times distances I walk them. Well, now that's over now. I got this. Basically someone who has skated since I was a kid. Really practical uses for this, not just something to have fun on. Like, I'm probably actually going to use this for a mode of transportation. Ryan Luth has also made a video review about this board. He's like a legitimate filmmaker that knows what he's doing, so shout out to you, Ryan. Keep up the great work, man. I subscribe to his channel. I think you should too. Really good stuff over there, so check out his video on this. Really detailed review, even talks about how to turn it on, all that stuff. We'll get to that stuff later, but that's really what I wanted to point out, was that I'm actually going to use this thing. You probably see it featured on my other vlogs. And speaking of that, YouTube, it's good to be back. Good to be back vlogging. I've had a lot of work that I've been trying to get done. I'm actually shooting a documentary right now, so I'm hoping that's going to turn out pretty good when we have a final product. So stay tuned for that as well.
Ask me how it feels. I say it feels surreal when you pick the speed. Just like me, but you got your thoughts.
Gotten way better with the braking as the day has gone by, and this is actually a lot better than what I thought it was going to be. The build quality is super good, super durable. Man, this is a heavy duty thing. It's not just a cheap little board that somebody threw together. Super easy to ride. Acceleration goes by this one wheel. And it gets going pretty good. My biggest apprehension when I first saw this board and all the things about it was, man, it only goes 10 miles an hour, but 10 miles an hour is plenty of gas, plenty of juice. Basically, if you've ever skateboarded before, it does all the work for you as far as pushing, so you don't get worn out near as much. I've actually taken it up some inclines, some small hills, and actually some a little bit bigger hills. It does pretty well. It gets me right up there. Braking, I really like it. Like you saw earlier, I was having some trouble with it at first, but it's really more of a slower downer thing. There's no sudden brake, which is good, because you don't want to have sudden brakes and then suddenly you're moving forward and the board is completely stopped. That's a really easy way to take a nice little trip to the hospital. So the brake works really well. Reverse mode, if you push that, hold it down, you can ride switch and go in reverse. Really highly impressed. And the weather is getting way worse. The wind is terrible. Oh, the creamers.
Okay, listen to me, please.
I'm
Don't
listening.
forget, and don't forget my lunch.
Okay.
All right, love you.
Love you too, bye. Be cool to compare the base camp electric board to my other skateboards that I have. So I have my long board here and my regular skateboard. I kind of see this as a hybrid between the two. As far as size, it compares pretty well to what you would have in a normal skateboard. So if you're used to riding something like this that you can actually go to skate parks with, do tricks with, all those kind of things, size is kind of comparable to that. It feels very much like a regular skateboard, but at the same time, it feels very much like a longboard. It's just kind of a cruiser, something that you would use as a mode for transportation. What I love about longboards and this one is the fat wheels. You don't have to worry about rocks. It just runs right over big rocks, small rocks. Obviously you can't run into like a boulder or anything, but they have the big rubbery wheels. But when compared to my regular longboard, these wheels are even thicker and even fatter. So I'm not worried about rocks when I come up on them. Man, this thing is just such a smooth cruiser. Feels much like a longboard, but at the same time, it's the size of a skateboard. Really, really cool. Here she is, guys. See if we can get her.
Get
I have a request.
Yes.
If I buy you an ice cream, an after work ice cream, will you film with me?
Film what with you?
Film this vlog of this cool electric skateboard that I got?
Maybe. You have to give me my ice cream first.
Okay, that's a deal. That's a deal.
I said a maybe. Said a
It's a
maybe.
deal.
Said a maybe.
It's a deal.
I
You
said a
heard it.
maybe.
You heard it here,
I
guys.
said a maybe.
It's a deal.
I said a maybe.
Ice cream first,
I said ice cream first and then I'll decide.
and then we can go have some fun.
I don't know. Come on, let's go.
Two accessories that come with the Basecamp electric board. One is this really handy skate tool to be able to rotate your wheels, loosen up or tighten up your trucks however you like them. And then what's really unique is the backpack that is specially suited for it. If you're in a city, this can be really, really useful. If you gotta get on a bus, get on a train, probably next time we're in New York, we'll probably have to use that if we're doing it. So really cool accessories that come with it as well.
How many more cycles before I let me applaud it?
Got another model out here, Joe, the lovely sister-in-law. What's your first impression of the Basecamp electric board?
It was great. First it was scary, but I got the hang of it. So it was great. Recommend.
You think anybody can do it?
Yes, anybody can do it. If I can do it, anybody can do it.
That's what I'm talking about.
Leads to pattern recognition. I need an
If you couldn't tell already, I've had so much fun playing around with this thing, showing it off to family and friends, even off camera. And of course you get the question, how much is it? You go straight to the Basecamp website. Personally, I think that is the best bang for your buck you're going to get with an electric skateboard. Really quality product, super affordable price. Thank you so much again to Basecamp, and my appreciation for this. I'm going to try to do a commercial featuring this board, maybe get some behind the scenes action, so that ought to be fun. All right, bye.
This is a lot easier than your other skateboard.
Did you hear that, world? A lot easier than a regular skateboard.